I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. Tonight we have got Snooker from the World Championships, the final sessions. There is going to be a winner. Is it going to be Kieran Wilson or is it going to be Jack Jones? Looking at the current state of play, Jack Jones is up against it. He's currently losing 15 frames to 10. The first frame of the evening session has just started. Yeah, he's up against it, but you never know. If it had been Ronnie O'Sullivan who was 5 frames behind, I'd feel a little bit more confident, but you never know. Kieran Wilson's been here before, though, hasn't he? So he's got the experience. And we have also got uh, Crystal Palace v Manchester United. That's kicking off at 8 o'clock. Just get everything sorted. The teams are out. I think there's been quite a few changes, certainly to the United squad. So let's have a look. If you want to keep abreast, by the way, of what's going on with the snooker, have a look in the bottom corner here. We've got the state of play, which is pretty up to speed, actually. Just want to change something on that. There we go. That's a better screen. You can see where I'm pointing the wrong way. But if you look up here, obviously you've got the frame scores and what have you. You've also got in the current frame how many balls are left to be potted and quite a few details there. Obviously, up the top, we've got Manchester United away at Crystal Palace, so we'll keep that score updated. That's got to be done manually, sadly. No mod cons yet. Uh, let's have a look at the teams, actually. They are out. I'm hearing a lot of chatter today that Eric Ten Hag apparently is going to Bayern Munich. Whether that's true or not, who knows? Don't forget to give us a share, hit the thumbs up, and click on the notifications bell so you can keep abreast of what is coming up on this channel. Let's have a look at the lineups. Like I said, they are out. Starting off with Crystal Palace. So we've got Henderson, Klein, Anderson, Richards, Munoz, Wharton, Hughes, Mitchell, Elise, Ise, and Mateta. Man United in goal, we have got Anana. Back forward of Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Johnny Evans, and Delors. Midfield, we've got Menu, Ericsson, Anthony, Mason Mount starts, and we have got Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund. Who's on the substitutes? Crystal Palace substitutes: Armanda, Ayew, Edouard, Guille, Matthews, Rack, Saki, Riedwald, Schlupp, and Ward. Maybe butchered a few of the names there, and I'll be honest, I don't know all of their players. Uh, Manchester United substitutes bench is Amas, Amrabat, Bayinda, Collier, Diallo, Heaton, Jackson, Oganai, and Wheatley. So there's no Bruno Fernandes tonight, no Camboala. Fernandes is out with what they're just saying is a health problem. Camboala's injured, Lindelof hamstring, Maguire muscle injury, Malacia knee injury, Martinez calf injury, McTominay knee injury, Rashford ankle injury, Luke Shaw leg injury, and Varane is just says injury. Uh, Palace, I've got Doucouré, he's out with an Achilles, Holding injury, Johnston elbow, Lerma thigh injury, and Matthias Franca muscle injury. So there we have it. You're up to date. That's kicking off at 8 o'clock. It's over on Sky TV if you've got Sky. If you haven't got it, then you're welcome to stay here for the watch along. There'll be a much better watch along though, as you probably already know, on the United stand with Mark Goldbridge. So we'll keep abreast of that as we get closer to the kickoff. But let's have a look at where we are with the snooker. As I said, it's 15 frames. It's 15 frames for Kieran Wilson, 10 frames for Jack Jones. So he's got a bit of a mountain to climb with Wilson only needing 3. But Jones has made a good start in this opening frame of the evening. He's got 26 points on the board. But Wilson's in on the just spotted a red. Black's up on the Bork cushion. And that's where the white is. So he's going to have a bit of work to do on the black. Hit the subscribe button. I need more subscribers. The first place we've got to get to numbers wise for subscribers is 1,000. Then we can start doing more out and about live watch-alongs. Kieran Wilson's just played safe there. So Jack Jones is back at the table. What do you think of this season's this this year's World Championships of snooker? Been a lot of talk over the size of the pockets, and I know the amount of centuries that have been made is down on the previous years. I think last year's great shot there from Jack Jones. He's played a safety and he's put the ball in behind the yellow. And with all of the reds being split up, this will be a tricky safety shot here for Wilson. Don't forget to leave us your comments in the chat. Anything you want to ask, any comments about the snooker or the football, any personal questions, they'll all get answered within reason. If you decide you want to be a tool and a bit of a smart ass, then obviously them questions might not be answered. It says a lot more about you than me, but there you go. Yeah, he's giving it some thought here, Wilson. I think the only way this becomes interesting this evening is if Jack Jones sort of wins 3 or 4 on the spin and he gets within one of Wilson, starts putting him under a little bit of pressure. But then the pressure can come on Jack Jones, so it's a tricky one. But he's got out of that snooker. He just give it a hit and a hope. I think they call it a Wilson, don't they? Oh no, they call it a Maguire. Sorry, I do apologise. They call it a Maguire, a hit and hope, and he almost potted a red. He would have been nicely on the blue as well, but it didn't go in. So Jack Jones is at the table now with a chance of a not a long red, but long enough, which he's potted well, but he really got into the cue ball, screwed it back. He's over screwed it by quite some way. He's almost on the baulk line, almost tight on the cushion, but the black is there and potable. He's got to take it on surely when you're 5 frames behind. He has took it on. He's managed to pot it, and he's nailed on to be on a red, so he's in a good position now. He's got a 29-point lead in this frame already. Anybody looking forward to the football tonight? I think all the positions are pretty much nailed on, aren't they? Let's have a look. Got me trusty Jack Russell keeping me company tonight, Henry. Hopefully we'll have a guest on Wednesday night. I knew you might have seen in the chat. He's promised me he's going to do co-watch-along on the Real Madrid and Bayern Munich Champions League semi-final on Wednesday evening. So if looking at the Premier League now, we've got Manchester United currently in 8th on level points with Chelsea. United have got a game in hand. So if they win this, they could go above Newcastle. But we would still be yeah, it's quite an important game this for United, that's for sure. If they are going to catch, if they are going to catch Tottenham for that 5th position, you're going to have to win this, and hopefully um, Tottenham will slip up. But they're also, it's going to be a good race for that 5th spot. It is between Manchester United, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Tottenham. So after tonight, they'll all have played the same amount of games. And that would leave Tottenham with 60 points. If Manchester United can win tonight, that'd take them up to 57 points. With Newcastle on 56, Chelsea on 54. So yeah, they can't afford any slip-ups tonight, that's for sure. If they can't get 3 points, that's pretty much season over, in it. And what a disappointing season it'll have been. All right, we've got the FA Cup, but it'd have to be some turn up to beat City in the FA Cup. Getting back to the snooker, There's a miss on a pink that came in from Jack Jones, and now Kieran Wilson's at the table, and he's only 7 points behind now. With there's three reds on the table. One of them's tricky, but he really needs to take this opening frame somehow, and set the tone for the evening. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the chat. Ball's coming up here for Wilson in a couple of shots. He's taking this red on. He might have an option here to move the red that's along the side cushion, which he has done. He's knocked it from one cushion all the way tight on the other cushion, so he's unlucky there. Maybe this is how things are going to go for the evening. Jack Jones is going to get some luck on his side. I think he needs it, so he's played a good shot on the blue there, as Kieran Wilson. Tried dislodging the red, which is tight against the cushion near the pocket. And unluckily for him, he's just caught the knuckle of the middle pocket, and it's thrown the cue ball wide. So mission fail on that one. So he's going to have to play a good safety shot now. He's got a 14-point lead in this frame, but to be honest, the way the balls are placed, whoever gets the red is pretty much going to win the frame. He's played a good safety shot there, though. He's put the red on the bottom cushion. Cue ball's just to the left of the blue. Jones has played a good shot there. Snookered Wilson on the red. Easy enough for him to get out of it, but it's whether he can keep it safe. Sorry about that, I forgot to turn my mic back on. He's having some good luck, is Jack Jones. He needs to make the most of it because that pot he just tried to make was absolutely 3 inches away from the pocket. If he's going to do anything tonight, he's going to have to make the most of these chances. Taking his time with his red along with cushion. He's played a lovely shot there. Has he got the snooker? He has. Only did Wilson get out of the snooker. He's uh, he's put Jack Jones in the snooker now, and not an easy one to get out of safely, that's for sure. Could be a hit and hope. Oh, and he's missed the red completely. Kind of got away with it actually. Pretty sure Wilson will put him back in again. Yep, he is. He's just taking a moment while he replaces the green. Don't forget to comment, give the channel a subscribe. Need to up my subscriber count. Well, this time he did manage to hit it Jack Jones and he almost put the red in the middle pocket, which would have been nice, but he's left quite a good chance now for Wilson. Both both cue ball and red are almost on the blue spot, in line with the green pocket. Wilson duly obliges. 32 ahead with 18 remaining. That's this frame done and dusted. Unless there's a remarkable comeback here. Which I don't see happening, to be honest. Yeah, he really needed to win that, didn't he? Jack Jones, that first frame, set the tone for the evening, and he had chances. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell, and you can find out what's coming up on the channel in the future. Just asking Tenag how important it is that Manchester United are in Europe. You got to despair at some of these questions they get asked. The managers must chuckle to themselves or get cheesed off. It's obviously massively important that they get into Europe, not just from the financial point of view, but also from, the draw of attracting better players who want European football. Like Goldbridge will be doing his nut tonight if United don't win. He'll be getting nervous now. Jack Jones is just coming back into the stadium. Anybody watch the British Superbikes today at Alton Park? Hell of a circuit that. If you've never raced around Alton Park, I can thoroughly recommend it. Just take your big boy pants because it is a hell of a circuit. But Rory Skinner had in warm up this morning, he had an accident just before Shell Oils, and His helmet come off. He was laying on the floor. Wilson's just fluked a red into the middle pocket, so he'll take that. Um, yeah, he was lay on the grass unconscious, and I saw the interview with him afterwards, and he said he didn't remember anything until he got into the medical centre. It's a hell of a medical centre as well, and I've been in there myself, and you do get well looked after when you when you depart from your bike. I was going nowhere near as fast as these guys are going, but I came off at the bottom of Clay Hill in the wet. Thought it was going to be a nice, gentle slide, which it was. Oh, 60, 70 mile an hour, whatever. A nice slide in the wet. I tell you, the concrete rumble strips, that jars your fillings, I can tell you. And then I had, as I was spinning, I saw my own bike coming towards me. And luckily, the foot peg dug in and sent the bike on a different trajectory. So I had a little bit of a lucky escape there. I'm not proud though, I'll crash at any circuit. So we have got Wilson at the table. I think he's going to have to play. I don't think he can get through to the red that he wanted. No, he's having to play a safety shot, which could be a cracker if he gets in behind the green. No, he just kissed it, so he was a little bit unlucky there. Still going to be a tricky shot coming up though now for Jack Jones. Got about 16 minutes till the kick-off at Sellers Park, so we're not missing anything there. Don't forget to keep your eye. I keep wondering which way to point because it's back to front. Down here for the snooker if you're looking for the details and what have you. Jack Jones has just played. I don't know what he played there. I think his head's gone. He might have been. Yeah, it looks like he's been extremely lucky. The whites tonight is to the pink, which is almost on its spot. And I don't think he's left any reds, miraculously. You know, he lost that first frame, Jack Jones, and he had pretty much the run of the balls. He got into the balls, to make a substantial break, and it didn't quite work out. So he's had every opportunity. It's just not happening for him. We've now got Wilson. I don't know what he's not trying to play a plant, surely. He did try and play a plant, and what a shot that was! It wasn't a close plant, he had to make that by a lot, if that makes sense. I don't think he had a safety shot though, because there's a red up on the baulk cushion. So not a lot to lose, really. Yeah, the balls were offset on the plant, and there must have been a good 6 inches between them as well. Fair play, that was some pot. Made a mistake there though, so it'll be a safety shot coming up. He just caught the. I didn't see whether he just caught the black or whether it was the red, which took all the pace off the cue ball. That's tight on the bottom cushion, and there's a red now blocking the path to the black, which is almost over the pocket. So he's. I can't see him taking the pink on, unless he thinks because of the red on the bark near the bark cushion, there's no other option. That'd be a hell of a shot, though. Is he taking the blue one? I've not got the volume up, so I couldn't. I didn't hear what he nominated. He did take the blue one. Oh, he's unlucky there. He hit it really slow, and the blues just wobbled in the pockets and stayed there. So Jack Jones has had another reprieve. So I think Jones is going to have to take on a long red here. The black's kind of helping. He bounced it off the cushion, hit the black that was almost over the pocket and in. But he's going to struggle to be on a colour here. He's got a difficult pink if he wants it. The yellow pocket's covered by the blue, and I'm not sure if he can get through. Oh yeah, he can get through to the blue. So he's lucky really. And there's a red up there that's been causing all the trouble with the safety shots, which he's on nicely now. So he's got a good chance here, which he needs, to take. I mean, when you think though, if Jack Jones rattled 6 frames off on the bounce, he'd still only be level with Loosen. Years ago, I don't know when it changed, but didn't the final? Didn't you have to win? Was it the first to something like 33 frames or something, something like that? It was a massive number of frames needed to be world champion. I don't know when I think did it change when it came on TV, or I don't know when it changed or why. Let us know in the chat what you've been up to. Leave a comment about the snooker, the football. The choice is yours. I turned my microphone off earlier while I coughed. Then I forgot to turn it back on. Not for too long, but I just know at some point I'm going to be chatting away for a long time with the microphone muted. You have to rely on someone telling you then in the chat that you can't hear what you're saying. Got a good chance in this frame though, as Jack Jones. So fingers crossed he can get one on the board. Tyson Fury v Alexander Usyk. That's on May the 18th. I was going to try and do a live stream for that, but I won't be able to. I'm at a wedding. So hopefully someone's going to do a live stream and you guys can watch it and get a good commentary on it. It's looking all right in this frame now. Jones, he's currently on 40. Wilson's on 16. Make that 41. Just potted a nice red. Perfect position on the black. There is one red tight on the bottom cushion, but I think it should be over. He's just played a good shot there as well. That could have gone horribly wrong, but no, good shot. Yeah, I think by the time he needs that red, the frame will be pretty much done and dusted. I wonder what kind of performance Mason Mount's going to put in tonight. It's asking a lot in it to come back from a fitness level for a start off, but to start at this stage of the season, and is he going to come in and put a good performance in, or fairness to the lad, it's asking a lot. But I think he's up to it. He's an experienced player, isn't he? He's not much experience playing at United yet through injuries and what have you, but now's his time to shine. If he's 100% fit, he can, because he hasn't played much this season, has he? You can bet pretty much everyone who's playing is going to be carrying some kind of knock. So yeah, he's not been playing, but he might also be injury free now and fit to go. Good shot there from Jack Jones with the rest. That's this frame done now. So it should be 16 frames to 11. Kieran Wilson in the lead. This is where if Jack Jones could have took that first frame, which he had plenty of opportunities to do. He had the rub of the green as well, he had the look. 15-12 is very different than 16-11 now, which is what it would have been 15-12. Just checking the old maths there. Players are just getting ready to come out at Sellers Park. Looking at this Manchester United team that's coming out, there's some old legs there. Casemiro's not had his best season. How long's Ericsson got in him? 60 minutes tops. catch up with Goldbridge as well and see what's been going on with Eric Ten Hag and Bayern Munich. Johnny Evans is starting. It's a good clearance there from Jack Jones. So currently it's 16 frames to 11. Kieran Wilson's in the lead, needing 2 to become world champion. Smoke's drifting across the stadium. That's at Selhurst Park, not the Crucible. From the fire show that they've got before the game, very impressive. That'll be warming the crowd up. Not quite the same without O'Sullivan in the final. He's he's the only one of the current players that could possibly have made a comeback from this position, I think. You know, he plays so quickly, he can rattle 4 or 5 frames off in like an hour. And your opponent's wondering what the hell's happened. I don't see Jack Jones doing that. But funny things can happen trying to get over that winning line. We've seen it. We've seen it in the past. I always used to get frustrated in the 80s when I wanted Jimmy White to win it, and he just never could manage it. Banana in goal for Manchester United. How it's not David De Gea, I'll never know. Kobe Mainu and Ericsson in centre midfield for Manchester United. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Kobe Mainu. Hope the volumes are okay. It should be. The mixer's saying everything's good. Wilson just potted a lovely long red there. Close up on Mason Mount. He looking confident, giving a cheeky smile to the camera. No nerves there. Nor should there be with a player of his experience, let's be honest. I would say it'd be excitement, not nerves. His chance to shine. Don't forget to leave us a message in the chat. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Click the notifications bell so you can keep up with what's coming along on Catch It Live First. I'm Jimmy James, and we are going over to Selhurst Park now for the football Premier League match between Crystal Palace and Manchester United. It's vital that Manchester United win this if they're looking to have any chance of sneaking in fifth, which Tottenham are currently in situ. I know United have got Arsenal coming up as well, haven't they? So It's a tricky running. I've seen some good nights at Selhurst Park over the years for Manchester United, and I've seen some shockers as well. I think we all remember a certain Mister who Cantona, the Kung Fu King, jumping in the crowd when he was getting some abuse off a fan. All very unsavoury and not very British. It's good entertainment, though. I think he got a 6-month ban for that, didn't he? Something like that. Palace have just had a corner. Nothing came of it, though. United are trying to break out. Crystal Palace are trying to claim for a penalty. Not a cat in house chance. So first 2 minutes and it's Palace putting the pressure on. Just looking at the snooker, the balls are split lovely for Wilson. Stop sniggering. Uh, unless he does something ridiculous in this frame, then it's going to be 17-11. We'll keep an eye on that. United are playing in all white, kicking from right to left as we look at it. The pitch, as you would expect, is looking like a snooker table. Gone are the days of piling sand on it, especially towards the end of the season. Shocking clearance by Inanna there. And straight to a Crystal Palace player. I didn't see who it was. And he's got away with that one. Let's be honest, there's been times this year Inanna's been a liability more than he's been an asset. David De Gea must just sit chuckling to himself. Looks like a proper traditional old stadium, just Selhurst Park, which is what it is. But it's certainly a throwback. There's not many stadiums like that about now. United are trying to break. All too slow though. Passing it about nicely. But ball into Ericsson, and as soon as you hit that backward pass, gave Crystal Palace a time to get back into a defensive formation. And can United break them down? Which they've not been very good at this season, I've got to say. Don't forget to leave a comment in the chat. Hit the subscribe button. Ping that notifications bell. Plenty good watch-alongs coming along this week. Jack Jones has managed to get back to the table. He's only 16 behind now. So there's a good chance that he'll... dear me. Just potted the blue. And not the best shot for position. He has got one into the middle pocket still, but good recovery shot and nice position on the black. So he does have a chance of taking this frame now. Plenty of reds on the table still. It's only 10 points behind now. Wilson's got 37, Jack Jones has got 27. With the reds nicely spread, really. Don't forget to keep your eye on the snooker. Neither side's got into a rhythm yet. 7 minutes gone. I hope everybody's had a nice bank holiday Monday. Over in the UK, that is. I know not everybody has a bank holiday around the globe today. True to form, certainly in Devon, there's a lovely rain shower. Let's call it what it was. It was a downpour. So anyone who was having a barbecue, you managed to get your food cooked before it came, or keep the fire lit while it passed. Temperatures have been a bit nicer though today. What happened there? Jack Jones is now sat in his chair with Kieran Wilson back at the table. It's like he doesn't want to win this. I know the standard in this final's not been fantastic, has it, from what I've seen? I think the standard for the whole tournament is it's not been brilliant, and I don't know if it is because they've been changing the pocket sizes or what they've been doing. I don't know, but it's not been. Seems to have been a lot of mistakes. Ten minutes gone at Sellers Park. Still Crystal Palace nil, Manchester United nil. Both teams trying to settle into the game. Vital that Manchester United get a win here. If they've got any, if they're going to have any hope at all of getting into fifth position that's currently held by Tottenham. I think one good shot here from Wilson, and he's going to be one away from being world champion. Leave us a comment in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking about the snooker or the football. Let us know your Monday's gone. If it was a bank holiday, did you manage to stay dry? Did you get to the BSB over at Oulton Park? I won't spoil that in case you recorded it. Well, off looking at this, it's a goal for Crystal Palace. Felice. That is a disaster for Manchester United. If it stays like this, their only hope of anything this season is going to be in the FA Cup against Manchester City. I mean, ridiculous defending. Ridiculous defending from Casemiro. Manu couldn't get back. Johnny Evans couldn't get over to block the shot. Dalot was going wide to cover a player who was not really going to affect the play. And Elise just stroked the ball to Anana's left. 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Not good enough. Not good enough for Manchester United at all. Can't blame Anana for that there. Just a lack of intensity with the tackling. Not enough pace. Casemiro's legs have gone, I think. United are trying to are on the attack here, trying to recover quickly. Wan-Bissaka down the left hand side, claiming a corner. The referee says nope, it's a goal kick. The Palace fans are bouncing, and why wouldn't you be? This this frame's still in the balance at the snooker. 23 points in it. Well, that's Wilson in the lead, but there's 27 on the table. All the balls are possible. It's just who can get this first yellow. And Jack Jones has just gone in off. Which means Wilson's 27 ahead. 27 remaining. Palace are putting Manchester United under real pressure here. It's asking a lot of Kobe Mainoo to run that midfield, and because he's not the fastest, is he? I don't think pace is his key attribute. No, it won't be long before the Palace fans are singing to Ten Hag, you're getting sacked in the morning. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking about the snooker. Also the football. Let us know what you've been up to. Make contact. That's what it's for. Forum's there for us to have a chat while we're watching the sport. Ten Hag stood with his arms crossed. He looks like he's cooled, deflated. He looks like he's been camping on a wet weekend and his tent's collapsed and he's had the shits. United are trying to get something going down the right hand side with Anthony. Ball comes in from Delors, Mount on the edge of the box, tries to get a shot off that was blocked. Good bit of play that. A bit more positive. Palace are trying to get something going, but that's cut out. Shocking ball by Delors. Got away with it though to Ericsson. Controlled it. Back to Johnny Evans. United will try and build from the back. But Palace are putting the pressure on. Casemiro just played a ball through to midfield that's been intercepted. Now there's a foul in the midfield. Free kick to Palace. Jack Jones is in play here. Difficult shot on the blue coming up to get position on the pink. He needs both pink and black. And to have a respotted black for a black ball game. The black looks tight on the cushion as well. That's not going to be easy. So unless he can move it here somehow, doesn't look like he's got an angle. Palace in swinging free kick comes in. Won by a Palace player, but out harmlessly for a goal kick to Manchester United. Ten Hag's looking concerned. They're just showing the Manchester United bench. There's not a lot on there. Everybody's looking depressed. Jack Jones has managed to get the black in along the top, along the bottom rail, so it'll be a respotted black. He needs this, that's for sure. It's all very slow from Manchester United when they get the ball at the back. Mainu's trying to inject a bit of pace into it, but he's playing well. Through ball to Rasmus Højlund on the edge of the box. He can't control it, and it rolls through harmlessly to the keeper. Henderson, no problem whatsoever. Palace on the break again here. Going to be a shot on goal. He didn't take the shot, he's crossed it. His own player got in the way. That was goalward bound, it looked like to me. I'd like to see a replay there. Yeah, it would have been offside. Oh, dear me. What has Jack Jones done? I mean, the ball's nearly gone along off the table and along the top rail. He's got away with it there. I almost got the feeling he's got an Indian booked for table booked for 9 o'clock the way he's playing. He's had multiple chances tonight to win every frame. Manchester United are under pressure again here. The ball comes across. Lise has a shot from the edge of the area, pull back. I think teams have gotten wise to Manchester United's poor defending, and I've just got to change that. Unfortunately, these pullbacks that Manchester United just can't cope with. Ben's in the chat. Good for United. Ben, it's shocking. It's not good enough. The scoreboard needs updating. Thanks for that, pal. I couldn't see the bottom part of the chat where you were, so my apologies. I wasn't ignoring you. That's my bad, mate. But yeah, thanks for the update on there. I've just done it now. Hopefully, you'll be joining me on Wednesday evening for Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. That should be a corker. It's pretty much nailed on that Real's going through, but strange things happen. We've seen this before with the Germans. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, Ben. Ganacho's just been fouled. Just outside the Crystal Palace box, to the left-hand side, just to the left of the D. Who's going to be taking this? There's no Bruno Fernandes in the team. Then, yeah, I'll be there. I look forward to it, mate. Jack Whitehouse. Oh, who's Ian? You mean Jimmy? I'm Jimmy James. Finley Ash. Great game. It is if you support Crystal Palace, or if you're a Tottenham supporter, or if you're a Newcastle supporter or a Chelsea supporter. That's the only way it would be a great game. It's been low on quality. And let's be honest, if United can't win this, they're not going. They're not going into fifth, are they? So Tottenham will be cheering, that's for sure. Free kick coming in now from. It's going to be Ericsson, is it? It is Ericsson. Shall I tell you what happened? Do you think it was a goal? Straight in the middle of the goal. 2 foot over the crossbar. Got a little deflection, so he's got a corner out of it. Didn't even deserve that. In swinging corner coming for United. Ericsson's going to take it. Bit of jostling in the middle as always. Deep to the back post. That's gone in. We'll sort this one out, VAR. Well, I think the referee has blown. I don't know what he's doing here. Let us know in the chat. I've not got my volume on, so I can't tell you what's happening. Well, Rasmus Ireland just jumped. Just jump. You can use your arms to jump, and goalkeepers falling on the floor as they do, and no doubt that'll be disallowed. Yep. You can't touch your goalkeeper now. Shocking. It's a contact sport. I keep saying it. It's a contact. That's not, well, oh, a goal coming here for, oh my word. United's defending is shocking. I couldn't see who it was. I just looked up and saw, it's a comedy of errors, this game. Absolute comedy of errors. It was just a long punt forward. Manu made the right Horlicks of it. Oh, Palace are in again here. If Palace get a bit of composure in United's area, this could be 3-4-5-0. Unless something changes drastically. I mean, look, Elise, if he had a little bit more composure, he could have had a hat-trick tonight. 28 minutes gone. Ben says, to be fair, they have got a few injuries. Ben, it's no excuse. It's no excuse. They've been playing like this all season. Finley Ash, Ben Moyle, Jack Whitehouse. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Free kick comes in from Manchester United. Nobody touches it. Runs out for a goal kick. Oh, this is hard watching. Kieran Wilson's winning in the snooker. 17 frames to 11. Just needs the one for the world title. He's at the table currently. He's got a red on, but it's a difficult one. He might need that swan neck thing they use. He's got to reach over about 3 or 4 reds. Ben says, if they win the FA Cup, would you say that's a good season? Ben, if they win the FA Cup, I'd say it's been a miracle season because they've been absolutely appalling. They've been shocking. And let's be honest, they're lucky to even be in the final after that performance against Coventry. I mean, what is Anana doing there? Crystal Palace play a long ball through. Anana comes out of his box. Instead of heading it, he tries to control it and be clever and boot it upfield, launches it out for a throw in. Shocking. Should never have got rid of David De Gea. The way United treated him has been appalling. How many times in a row was he United's player of the season, the players' player of the season? That tells you how big a part he played at the club. Then they fire him off and they get Anana spend all that money. What for? Waste of time. Ben, yeah, I reckon the final could be like 3-0 to City. If United play like this in the final, Ben, it depends, whether City are feeling generous or not, which I doubt they would be. You could be looking at 6 or 7-0. And that's not unrealistic when you think about it. I mean, can you imagine De Bruyne and Phil Foden would just tear United apart. Really should have a field day. Doku, if he plays, he'll absolutely terrify him, with his pace. Rodri will just dominate midfield. Kyle Walker would see off Rashford if he played. Kyle Walker would see off Garnacho if he plays there. And there's nothing going to come down United's right, is there? Because it's either going to be Anthony or it'll be Garnacho if Rashford's fit. I'm not joking when I say this. If for the FA Cup final, here's a question for you. Answer me this one, lads. Minute 1, City get a player sent off. Who gets sent off from? Let's say John Stones plays and Stones gets sent off in the first minute. Who wins that game? Let me know in the chat. Who wins that game? First minute, FA Cup final, John Stones gets sent off. Who wins that game? Ben says he still thinks City would win. Jack Whitehouse, who are you going for? Finley Ash, who are you going for? "35 minutes gone. Still Manchester United losing at Selhurst Park to Crystal Palace by 1-0. So Ben, you still think City would win? So do I. And I'll tell you for why. Because the way that City play and the way that they control the ball, Stones not being on the field would make minimal difference to them, would it? So I think with a full complement of players, I could see it being 3-0 to City, and I think I could see United being happy to lose just 3-0. It'd be one of them games. Just get off the field without it being 4, 5, 6, 7. Because it's not like City can just win the cup and take it easy because they've got a Champions League final coming. That's out, isn't it? So that's going to be the last game before everybody goes off for a bit of a holiday, and then the Euros kick in, don't they? And yet the optimist in me will still be hoping that United can win the cup. And they could win it. You know what I mean? Could be one of them games where City hit the crossbar twice, to post 3 times, miss a penalty, and United squeak something on a break and win 1-0. These games happen. I've seen them. But let's be honest, if somebody said to you, right, I'm going to burn your house down if you get the result wrong, you're not going to be putting your house on United to win that cup, are you? It's going to be City all day long. Just keep up to date with the snooker. Jack Jones has just won a frame, 17-12. 38 minutes gone, Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 1, Manchester United 0. To be honest, it's been poor from both teams. I hope you lads have had a good bank holiday. Let us know what you've been up to. No doubt copious amounts of mind-altering substances have been involved. All legal, of course. I'm talking about alcohol and nicotine and hopefully you didn't get caught in that rain shower earlier on. Well, Palace are on the attack. Make that 2. Just Mateta smashes it past Anana. They broke down United's left-hand side. Anana didn't even see that. It went past him like a rocket. The Crystal Palace fans are just in the crowd. They're looking at the camera, taking the piss. He's a bit of a unit, that Mateta, isn't he? Ten Hag looks like somebody's just shitting his trainer and he's put his foot in it. Not got a lot to smile about though, has he? I mean, Mateta went round Johnny Evans like he wasn't there and just powered it past Danana. Not good enough at all. Ben says United so shit. Well, cannot disagree with that, Ben. As much as I'd love to, as much as I'd love to disagree with you, Ben, I can't, mate. You're right. So, and you cannot have the excuse they've got injuries. Everybody's got injuries. We've still got a good enough team out here on paper that should at least be able to compete with Crystal Palace. And they're just not competing. I can't take my glasses off. Bit like Clark Kent, is it? See if it brings me a bit of luck. Mateta and Rasmus Island are having a bit of a dick swinging match while they're waiting for the cross to come in. The referee's telling them to pack it in. In swinging free kick from Ericsson. Casemiro tries to do his normal header, which is normally pretty good. That was cack and over the bar. No danger to the keeper whatsoever. In fairness, I think there was a touch off used before it got to Casemiro, so I'll let him off with that one. I'm still hoping that they'll come back in the second half United and pull off a miracle and try and get this fifth place. At least try and put some pressure on Tottenham. At least try and put some pressure on Newcastle and Chelsea, who are above us at the minute anyway. But if this things carry on like they are, it could be 4-5-0 for Crystal Palace here. Crystal Palace are on 43 points in 14th position. Palace are on the attack again now. Johnny Evans has been pulled out to the left, leaving Casemiro in the centre with Mateta and Delors with two to mark. I couldn't quite see who it was. Mainu's having a bit of a shocker at the minute as well. A lot of pressure for him. A lot of pressure for Mainu. Still learning his trade, but he's doing well and he's been a revelation for United this season. It is one good thing that's come out of this season for Manchester United. It's got to be Kobe Mainu who's got his chance. I think Kambwala, he could be a player. He's already a unit, isn't he? And what is he, 19-year-old? It looks like he's got, from when I've seen him, he's got that bit of swagger, that confidence. So, that's a good sign, as long as he can back it up. 45 minutes is up, 3 minutes of added on time. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester United 0. I mean, what does Ten Hag say to United at half time? Can't say more of the same. How's he change it? It's like it's raining hard at Sellers Park. Crystal Palace look up for the game, that's for sure. Full of confidence. Why wouldn't you be against this United team? Mason Mount's trying to take control. Plays the ball out wide to Delors that puts him under pressure. Plays it back to Casemiro, who launches it long. Possession handed over to Crystal Palace. Rinse and repeat. 90 seconds to go before half time. Watchalong by Palace. Nana's trying to be cute. He'll come a cropper one day. More than once it'll happen to him. He's not that good with his feet. That's why we brought him in, apparently. Plays a long ball to Anthony. Easily cut out. One ball through. One ball through to Eze. And a shot on goal. It went well wide, but that comes from a rubbish pass from Anana. And within 5 seconds, Eze is on the attack and a shot comes in. Sums up Manchester United. Sick of watching them. Not surprised Luke Shaw's got a leg injury. United are trying to break down Crystal Palace's left. And the referee blows for half time. Shocking half. Bet Goldbridge is doing his nut. I was going to say, thank goodness the snooker's on at the same time, but that's been shocking as well. They're on the interval now. So the good thing is, always happens when the snooker finishes early, which it looks like this one is going to do. They sometimes put a good film on, or you might get a step to or something like that. Big game tomorrow night as well. Champions League semi-final, second leg. Dortmund and PSG. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. I think for it to be a good final, we want PSG in it. I can see it being the PSG versus Real Madrid in the final. Yeah, Ten Hag's team talk. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and listen to what he's actually going to say. Thanks for the thumbs up as well, lads. Appreciate that. Everybody back to work tomorrow? Let us know in the chat. It's all gone quiet there. We've got a break in play at Selhurst Park for half time. Mid-session interval. In the snooker. Kieran Wilson needing just a one frame to become the world champion. Don't forget to put your bins out. It's a day later, remember. Scraping the barrel now, aren't we? Half time and mid-session interval in the snooker. Chat's gone quiet. Let's have a play around with this. See if we can. What's that do? I'm going to regret doing this in a minute. I know that, but let's give it a go. What's happening there? I'm just doing the analysis on United from that first half. He'll be loving this, won't he, Carragher? This first goal comes from a throw-in from Crystal Palace's right. Casemiro just, I don't know what he was doing there, came out to win it. Got nowhere near the ball. Nowhere near the ball. I mean, this is shockingly bad. It, it's embarrassing. If you saw that on a Sunday League Parks pitch, you'd be getting the hook from your manager, and you've paid for the privilege of playing. Dalot decides he's going to mark somebody who's not interfering play directly instead of going to cut the shot out. Oh my word! It is. It is embarrassing. Showing the second goal now. Casemiro's playing on the right wing there. Cocks it up. Johnny Evans gets. Well, he did his best. That's all I'll say. And then Mateta just absolutely smashes it past Anana. Breaking news just come up. Israel-Gaza war live. Israel military announces strikes in eastern Rafah. Hamas says it accepts ceasefire. Why is a ceasefire coming there? By the by, we're here to watch football and snooker. A little bit of escapism from what is a crazy, crazy world. I wonder if Mark Goldbridge just spontaneously combusted yet with rage. I mean, even with this team that United have put out, I can accept a defeat. You're not going to win every game. But it's the nature of the defeat. It's the nature of the effort. It's the nature of the skill level. It's the nature of the input, the mental input from professionals, from seasoned professionals. You know, you can expect Manu to make a mistake. You can expect Garnacho to make mistakes. But the way that Casemiro runs about and I don't know what he was doing for the first goal. If you haven't seen it, watch it on the highlights and see what you think. But for the life of me, I don't know what he was thinking. He's not got the pace to go tight. So what does he do? He goes tight and he goes the completely wrong way. I mean, if that was Slabhead, everyone would be roaring, laughing at him because Maguire, let's be honest, he turns like an oil tanker. Maguire's not had a bad season in the grand scheme of things, has he? Got to admire him for saying he wanted to stay and fight for his place and that. Fair play. But quality of the players at United at the minute is sickening. Sickening to watch. Seen this in the 80s where we just become a cup team. You know, where Liverpool were dominating, then Everton were dominating, and United are just flattering to deceive. They have a good cup run, but it isn't good enough. Biggest club in the world, biggest fan base in the world, and it's not what this club is about. It's not what this club's fame was built on. You know, after the Munich disaster and what the club went through, and now it was borrowing players, it rebuilt itself. It's built on in times of adversity. The club and the fans, they pull together. We come through the other side, and we are stronger. And we will do with this as well. You know, we will have we'll build another a good team again. But it's the football is changing. The Premier League is changing things. You know, the way that teams can fund players and fund the club as a whole. And it's not just a case of having the money to build a new squad. Not a team. They need a new squad. I mean, you got the future is looking the future's looking good in a way. If you're really optimistic, which I am, we've got Kobe Manu, we've got Kumbwala, we've got Garnacho, we've got Rasmus Højlund. You've got players there that you can start to build around. But you know what? You know what fans are like. You know what the board's like. Are they going to give a manager enough time to build a squad? You know, you look at Ferguson, he didn't exactly rip everything up when he first came to manage at Old Trafford. And I remember watching the match with Mark Robbins. If that goal doesn't go in, Ferguson's future, well, it could have been history could have been a very different thing. But it worked out for him, and the rest is positive history. But they were just showing the free kick again. The players are just starting to come out now. Sorry, the penalty. What am I talking about? The goal that was disallowed for United with Rasmus Højlund making contact with the keeper. Did make contact, but you're allowed to challenge for a ball. Let's be honest, we'd have all been up in arms, and if he'd have just stood there and let the keeper catch it, come on. And if you're going to jump, you're going to use your arms for leverage, and all he knows, he's just got to drop to the floor. Free kick incoming. VAR's never going to overturn that, are they? They might have done if they had a bit of sympathy for United. I think we all need a bit of sympathy for United at the minute. I don't know which is the most likely. United to come back and win in the second half now. And Arna's trying to rally the troops, and if I was him, I'd keep my head down and my mouth shut and just try and do my job. He's a bit of a liability Lionel, I get the feeling. And yeah, which is more likely, a United victory or a Jack Jones victory in the snooker? He's currently in amongst the Reds. He's got a 40-point lead. There's enough Reds in the open for him to clinch the frame here. Right, let us know. Let us know in the chat what your thoughts are. It's gone too quiet. We need a bit of upbeatness. Unless you don't want United to win, of course, and in which case, feel free to take the piss, I would. It just kicked off. Manchester United kicking from left to right, playing in their all white kit. Looks like the weather's taking a bit of a turn for the worse with the rain. So Mateta's a unit, isn't he, for Crystal Palace? Free kick to Manchester United. Foul on Wan-Bissaka. He's up, plays it short to Kobe Manu. Plays it short to Garnacho. Garnacho plays, to Mason Mount. Mount back to Manu. Back to Johnny Evans. Across to Casemiro. Across to Dallo. Then back inside to Casemiro. He's going to play it back to Johnny Evans, and we're going nowhere. It's all too slow. Played out wide to Wan-Bissaka. We've had we've had 10, 15 passes there. Made about 20 yards. Back to the halfway line. I know you've got to have a bit of structure to see a game, but it's just ended up with a long ball punted by Casemiro straight through to the keeper. Rinse and repeat. Henderson's had nothing to do apart from Pick the ball out of the net from a foul. Anthony's getting frustrated with Rasmus Højlund because he tried to chest a ball to him that didn't get to him, so Rasmus couldn't take control of it, and he's getting frustrated. It looked like he was getting frustrated with Højlund, what I'm saying, rather than himself. Ball's back to Henderson. Anthony's urging everybody to push. Long ball comes in. Headed out for a throw in by Wan-Bissaka. And what's going on there with Mateta? Don't know. Throw into Crystal Palace down Manchester United left. Jack Jones is going to win this frame in the snooker, so that'll be 17-13. Could the comeback be on? Not for Man United. I'm talking about for Jack Jones. Mateta's in the corner on his own, holding off 6 Manchester United players. Well, Johnny Evans and Garnacho, but he's so big they were never going to get around him. Chat's gone quiet. Everyone asleep? Jack Whitehouse, how many slices of bread can you fit in your mouth? Long ball from Henderson. That's Munoz on the Crystal Palace right. Shot comes in. Is it from SA? Can't see without my glasses. Easy for a Nana. Well, it is a Nana. So I'll say a good save. United trying to build some pressure now. And was in the penalty box. Anthony takes control as a shot. As usual, trying to bend it in the far corner. Easy for Henderson. That'll be the first shot on target, I reckon. We're 50 minutes in. That sums up this performance. United trying to break down Crystal Palace's left. Anthony cuts in. That's a foul. Be a set piece free kick coming up. Goalkeeper setting his wall. As he's looking at it, the wall's to his left. Ericsson standing over it. Surely he's not going to shoot. Be an out swinging free kick here. Casemiro hit the post and he's offside. Was it his own header? Yeah, Casemiro, you're a yard offside. Casemiro heads the ball. The cross comes in, he's a yard offside. He heads the ball onto the post, and as his momentum takes it forward, the ball comes off the post, hits Casemiro, goes in the goal, and he's miles offside. 53 minutes gone. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester United 0. Let's be honest, deservedly so. Ben says, Miles, let's put my glasses on. Where have I put them? Ben, where have I put my glasses? There we are. They fell between my bollocks. Right, here we go. Ben says, Miles offside. Mate, it wasn't even close. You're not even, when you've got VAR, you're not going to get away with an inch. Well, you shouldn't do. So why on earth he's so far offside? You're not affecting play, are you? You're effectively out of the game. In fact, it's worse than that. You're effectively becoming a defender. Hmm. I don't know what the possession stats are in this match, but let's have a look. Well, according to the stats, ball possession is United have had 63% possession. All I can say is they've done nothing with it. We've had one shot on goal. Palace are on the attack again. They're taking the piss out of United's defence now with little back heels, and Eze's just side-footed it past Anana's left-hand post. Nobody's close to him. Should have done better there, actually, Eze. Because Anana's not saving that if it's just inside the post, that's for sure. Would have been 3-0 and well deserved. As it is, we're clinging on. 56 minutes gone. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester United 0. Palace on the break again. Oh. Mitchell's just smashed the ball from close range and it's hit Anana. Decent enough save. You would expect him to save it. He couldn't get out of the way if he wanted to. But he's in the right place. Give him that one. Ball goes out for a corner. Ben says this could easily end 3 or 4. Bill Palace. I know what you mean. 3 or 4-0 to Palace. Oof. Corner comes in. Not away. Danger. Shot coming from Hughes. And Anna dives to his left and pushes it. Wide for another corner. Yeah, he should have saved that as well. I've got a bad back and I'd have fancied saving that one. One for the cameras there. Bit of a Hollywood save, but he kept it out, so I'll take it. Cross comes in again from Palace. And here we go again. That'll be that'll be 3-0 to Crystal Palace. Shocking defending again. I mean, some goals, VAR might look at it, but some goals you've just got to say, great attacking play, not a lot you can do about it. Uh, well done. Not on this occasion. I've just seen Amrabat on the side, so it looks like they're going to be making a change. That'll be for Ericsson because he can't run, can he? I said 60 minutes. So Palace take a short corner. The ball comes in. Poor clearance. Delors plays everybody on side plays everybody on side by 5-6 yards. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, what is Delors doing? He just played everybody on. And nah, not a chance. Not a chance of that being offside. Mitchell comes in and I would have scored that as well with a bad back. I could have done that in my wheelchair. He was getting some treatment on his hand. I don't know who's coming off. I'm assuming it's going to be Ericsson for Amrabat. And Anna's having a word with the referee. Ben, am I Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out? Tell you what, mate, I'm Ten Hag in because, well, let's be honest, who we going to replace him with? Who we going to replace him with? Do you know what I can see happening? Cheers for the reminder, mate. I'm getting sidetracked as well with the snooker. Uh, I don't know who you're replacing with, but something needs to change. Have you heard anything about Ten Hag going to? Is it Bayern? Because I tell you, the managers that are out there, who's going to want to come to United for a start off? And is it going to be the man you've just seen in the picture when Amrabat was coming on? Is Steve McLaren going to take over at the helm? Whether it's on an interim or whatever. But yeah, at the minute, Ten Hag in, because otherwise we're just going through managers like we go through sweets. You know, we've had Moyes, we've had Louis Van Gaal, we've had Ranić, it's just we've had Mourinho. They're not all bad managers. Little chip cross comes in from Menu. No one on the end of it. Out for. Ben says, I don't think it matters what manager you got until the club sorts itself out. Well, when Jim Radcliffe took over, what's he took over? 3%. I know it's not 3%, but they've not got a controlling. United trying to put a bit of pressure on here. Comes to nothing. Comes to nothing. United get a corner. Uh, yeah. Who did Amrabat come on then? Because Ericsson's still on. So who went off? I missed that. Casemiro, smart header at the front post. Good save by Henderson. Casemiro switched off, thought the ball was going out. It hadn't. He looks like he's carrying a bit of a knock. Casemiro, no pace. Palace on the break. I've not forgot about chat. I'll get back to it in 1 second. Who got the hook there? Was it Anthony? Uh, yeah, so Ben, until the club sorts itself out, you're right. But how are they going to sort it out with the Glazers still in charge? I mean, Ineos have come in. Even if somebody comes in, a multi-trillionaire, you can't just go and buy the players you want now, can you? You know, with the fair play system. So it isn't going to be that easy. Jack Jones has just won that frame. United on the attack. Delor puts a chip into the far post. Ireland can't make anything out of that. He's under pressure. Palace will bring it out. So at least Jack Jones is putting a bit of a fight up. Then if you bring a new manager in, is that a penalty? Well, was it outside the area anyway? No doubt VAR will have a look at that. Uh, Jack Whitehouse, opinions on. Oh my God, you're going to have to do better than this. I'll read it out because you've spent the time typing it. But opinions on Hugh Janus moving to United. They've got plenty of Hugh Januses there already, mate. So yeah, nothing there. No penalty coming United's way. Jack Whitehouse, come on, you're better than this. So, just going back, finishing my thought. Yeah, Palace are on the attack. Casemiro's been dispossessed, puts them in danger. Shot comes in. Let's make that 4-0. Elise, that comes from Casemiro getting dispossessed. The fans are taking the piss, and why wouldn't you? Like I said, this is absolutely shocking. Casemiro, I don't. He's injured or he can't run or there's something amiss. But losing possession like he did, what's he doing? It's not a foul. Munoz, it's a good tackle. Plays it back into Elise. Anana, let's be honest. Oh yeah, And Anna's not going to say that, is he? That's the kind of shot that David De Gea saves. And Anna's not that. And Anna's no David De Gea, is he? So let's change this scoreboard. Getting used to doing it now. It's happening that often. Plenty of muscle memory there. 17 frames to 13 in the snooker. Wilson still needs the one. And I'm going to watch Goldbridge later on, I think. I'm going to have to watch Goldbridge. Yeah, if if it's true, and I haven't heard anything, but I've not really been looking. Oh my word, what are United doing? Johnny Evans just plays a ball across the 18-yard box that nearly got intercepted. They're all over the place. I mean, that's a shocking tackle. It looks a shocking tackle from Amrabat. He could be getting a red here. If it's as bad as it looked, well, the referee's giving him a yellow card. If he's saying he made contact, then how is it not a red? I mean, come on, if he's made contact there, then that's got to be a red card. Yeah, it's red. His foot's off the ground. It's reckless. It's excessive. There's no need for it. I'd send him off for that. I forgot what I was saying now. It's the hope that kills you, innit? It's the hope that kills you. I was hoping we were going to come here tonight, get a result, and put the pressure on Tottenham. Tottenham slip up. We get a good result against Arsenal. Boom, fifth place. Not a chance. We're just getting an embarrassing hiding. There's going to be. I would send him off here for that tackle. Let me know what you think in the chat. Looks like he's going to get away with it. No need for that. Amrabat looks like he's carrying a stone extra weight. Steve, yeah, if Eric Ten Hag is going to Bayern Munich, was it? Obviously, we need somebody to come in. I've got a feeling United are just kicking now. It's just frustration. Delors kicking out. Palace Palace players are just laughing at United players now, and rightly so. Uh, I could see Steve McLaren taking over. I could see Steve McLaren taking over at United. He's got he's got a pedigree of being a manager. He knows how the club works. Who's going to want to come to United? United aren't going to be able really with if they want Ten Hag out. If it's his choice, all right, he walks away. United will get a few shekels, but they're not going to sack him, are they? Let's be honest. It's going to cost them 10 million. They haven't got 10 million. And if they get rid of him, who are they going to bring in? It's the players that aren't good enough. How many of these players has Ten Hag bought in? So I hope Ten Hag stays as a clear out, try and rebuild. But if he does go to Bayern Munich, then um, I could see Steve McLaren taking over. I mean, he's at that age now. He's probably not that fussed, and it could work out. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. I tell you what, they need a clear out of players. I mean, look, Casemiro can't run. That's I'm surprised Ericsson's still on. I thought he was going to go off at 60 minutes. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that substitution taking Anthony off. I've got to say, I don't understand a lot of things that Ten Hag does, but he knows more about it than I do, so crack on with it, mate. Jack Jones is doing his best to lose this match in the World Snooker Championships, the final. Let me know in the chat if Ten Hag goes. Who do you think will step into his shoes at Old Trafford? I mean, Kobe Mainoo's unlucky because he's starting his career out in this team that's absolute shite. And he's going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this rebuild. He's got age on his side, but then will United be able to keep him? Because if he carries on progressing as he is, he's going to end up at somewhere Real, or he's going to be at Barcelona, or he's not going to stay here. Almost every attack that United have gets snuffed out easily by Palace, and they're hitting us on the break. 75 minutes gone almost. Crystal Palace 4, Manchester United 0. And I get the feeling Palace haven't finished yet. Jack Jones is going to pull another frame back here, so that's going to be 17 frames to 14. That first frame he lost tonight, so important that frame he lost. Casemiro now can't run. He's just having to give fouls away every time he tries to make a tackle. There's a fly or something causing a bit of trouble at the Crucible. Free kick's gonna come in from Crystal Palace. Midway inside United's half. Down Palace's left. Outswinger comes in. United can't deal with it. Nobody touches it. Kept in play. Swung back in. Straight into Anana's hands. He runs to the edge of the area with some urgency. Rolls it to Amrabat. No pace in this attack coming up. I think United will just be happy to get off the pitch, to be honest, with a 4-0 loss. United have just taken a throw in. Then the fans throw the original ball that went out onto the pitch. Play gets stopped. And Palace are going to make a substitution. Really bringing off. Planes coming off. Yep, so that's another frame for Jack Jones. Matt Gooey, however you pronounce his name, is coming on. Probably butchered his name, apologies. I bet Ten Hag's looking forward to the press conference after the match. Ben says, I'm going in bed, not watching this boring game anymore. Night, Jimmy. Enjoyed the live. Ben, you get a good night's sleep, mate. Get laying them bricks. I'll see you here on Wednesday evening. Get here nice and early. Get everything set up. We'll watch a proper game. Because this is absolute shite. I bet you've been chuckling away there, haven't you? Take it easy, mate. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. Ben says, yeah, you'll see us on Wednesday. You will, mate. You'll love it. Don't worry, I'll hold your hand. I bet the ref plays something like 9 minutes of injury time as well. Just when you want the game to end quickly. Mount's coming off. And Hoyland's coming off. Wheatley's coming off. Do you see Ahmad then as well? Yeah, Ahmad and Wheatley, they've come on for Mount and Hoyland. I mean, what do you say to them before they come on? Right, lads, we're 4-0 down. We've got 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Go and turn it around for us. Our season depends on it for Europe next season. I'd love to hear what instructions were given to Wheatley and Ahmad before they came on. And I'd love to know what was said at half time as well, because whatever it was, it didn't work. Palace are on the attack again. Done United's right. They're opening up Delors, no problem now. Cross comes in. Plenty of time in the box. A block from Amrabat, and the ball goes out for a corner. There's just no fight in this team. And I don't mean fight like what Amrabat did. If I'd have been refereeing, and I have refereed before, I'd have sent him off for that. One, because it was such. Sorry about that. I don't know why YouTube was dropping out then. Probably coming out in sympathy. £82 gone. Crystal Palace 4. Manchester United 0. Palace are on the attack again. Stream should be back up to full strength now. Palace on the attack again. Manu makes a tackle in the box. Palace are still on the attack. United cannot get this clear. Wheatley looks a big lad. Bit of size about him. I don't know anything about him, I've got to be honest. But he looks like he's got a bit of height about him. Couple of subs coming on here for Crystal Palace. Lise's coming off. He's had a good night, that's for sure. Tormenting Manchester United's defence. I don't know who's come on for Crystal Palace, so apologies. It's just hard watching this now. 85 minutes gone. Crystal Palace 4. Manchester United 0. I wish the ref would just blow at 90 minutes. But yeah, I'd like to know how tall this Wheatley is for United who's come on. Can't tell if his shirt number's 34 or 84. I mean, I know there's quite a few weeks yet until the FA Cup and that, but if United put a team out anything like this, it's going to be an absolute shit show. Because City will absolutely tear this team. It's going to be like men against boys. I know they can probably raise the game because it's an FA Cup final at Wembley and that, but I mean, extra effort isn't going to cut it. Palace are offside there. Let's see, we're going to be in again. extra effort's not gonna cut it, and could be an absolute cricket score. Amrabat's just had some revenge dished out on him, as you would expect after that tackle he put in. It was a bit late. Well deserved. Dish it out. Your card's marked. Fernando's trying to come out now and play like it's a five-a-side match, like it's a little bit of fun. He's got to get in on the act, hasn't he? Make himself relevant. He'd be better off if he just stayed in his goal, concentrated on shot stopping, and not fucking about halfway inside his own half, trying to get involved with the defenders and playing a bit. I honestly wish they'd just sell him. I don't know who'd buy him, but sell him. I've got no confidence, no faith in Anana at all. Play by Wheatley there. Yeah, he does look strong. Yeah, well done. Bit of frustration. Palace on the attack again. Ball came across. Evans missed it, but did enough to put us forward off. Shocking, shocking by Amrabat, and that deserved that deserved punishing. Was it Eduardo? Yeah, Eduardo. He's unlucky. He crossed it, and luckily Wan-Bissaka was there to cut it out with two Crystal Palace players waiting to pop it in. 6 minutes of added time. That's a 90 up. Crystal Palace 4, Manchester United nil. All comes in. It's like a pinball. How it's not going in. I don't know. I don't think United players know. I don't think Crystal Palace players know. So Palace are going to swing the ball in now. I don't think that ball's overhanging in the D. So if there is a goal scored here, would VAR look at that? Because to me it looks like it's not actually overhanging the quadrant. Nothing comes of it anyway. Wheatley's breaking for United now. On his own though. Yeah, well he had Garnacho to his right, but he couldn't get to him. The defender was in the way for the pass. But he's done alright since he came on. Elise's just been given the man of the match. Well deserved. Oh, this is Casemiro's just been done again. Shot comes in and it's a post with a Nana rooted to the spot. I just don't know what's going on. If you get a chance to watch the highlights, if you're not watching it live now, I mean, if you're a United fan, don't bother. But, you know, just watch this performance. And Eduardo again. I mean, Anana was just rooted to the spot. He didn't move. Casemiro gets done again. Shocking. Shot comes in. I mean, why? Anana is just selling. Just get shot. Whatever you can get for him, £2.50. Take it. Just get shot. Take it. Take the money. He's getting paid wages for this. 6 minutes of added on time. We've almost had 3 minutes of them. This 3 minutes is going to drag. I mean, what's Ten Hag going to say in the press conference afterwards? Oh, you cannot defend this. You can't keep saying we've got injuries. United trying to just bulldoze the way through with Garnacho in the box. I don't have a go at Garnacho for tonight. He's just had nothing, no service. Rasmus Oyland's had nothing all night. But I bet he was relieved when he got subbed. Crystal Palace fans are celebrating as you would expect. They're proper having a party and enjoying it. Jack Jones is still fighting hard at the Crucible. 2 minutes to go in this game, then we'll be concentrating on the snooker. I'm surprised that Ericsson's going to have played the full match as well. I mean, you can say, what choice have you got? But to be honest, what difference would it have made if they'd have put somebody else on and give them a run? Palace finishing on the attack. Very fitting. Jordan Ayew slipped. He has a shot. Deflected. Oh, the pace got took off it though with the Nana. So he was able to react like a cat that's been asleep and just woke up. What on earth possessed Manchester United to get rid of David De Gea and buy Anana? I mean, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but let's be honest, it's been an absolute disaster since he's arrived for him. He's not played well for United. I mean, his positioning for so many goals has been questionable. 15 seconds to go. United in possession, passing it about now on the halfway line, waiting for the final whistle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Crystal Palace 4, Manchester United 0. And it's been a spanking. Player ratings over on the United stand with Mark Goldbridge. That's going to be interesting. I'll have to watch this later on. But just an absolute, like I said in commentary, it's the hope that kills you. Before we kick off, even with the team that they had out, all right, they had injuries, but you just got to hope that they can get something, get 3 points. I don't care how. Don't care how, but you could tell within the first 10 minutes that there's no cohesion. It was never going to happen. And obviously, once the first goal goes in, the heads go down. That's happened all season. And yeah, they've been thoroughly spanked, thoroughly humiliated, and it's not going to get any easier, is it? What's the next fixture? Um, we've got Arsenal on the weekend. Huh, that's not going to. That could be anything. I mean, if we put a team out like this, I mean, Arsenal will just absolutely. Declan Rice will just run absolute riot because Manu won't cope with Arsenal's midfield on his own. Absolute embarrassment. Crystal Palace fans having a party. United fans are in the middle of the field clapping the fans. I'd be embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed. Can you imagine having if you've travelled all the way down to Crystal Palace on a bank holiday Monday to go and watch that kind of performance? Casemiro had an absolute shocker. I don't think I've seen him play as bad. Whether he's injured, I don't know. You know, put Chuck all right, and he's out of position. But some of the decisions he was making when he was losing the ball, not acceptable. Not acceptable. And it's costing goals as well. You know, the United fans uh, giving the players a good reception after that. We've got to stick with the club. Like I said earlier, when the club's in adversity, that's what makes this club, and we come out stronger. But it's going to be a hell of a journey to get this club anywhere back to challenging for Europe for a start off, let alone challenging for the league. You look at teams that are going to be getting better. Obviously, you've got City, you've got Arsenal. You're going to have Liverpool. They'll soon kick into gear, e- even though they're changing manager, they'll click into gear. I can see Carragher. I don't know what he's flapping his gums about. No doubt he'll be crowing about this result, sending his little text messages to Gary Neville. He'll be going spitting at someone on the way home. Show your true colours, Carragher. Anyway, that let's move away from the football now. Crystal Palace 4, Manchester United nil. Awful performance, frustrating. Let's move on. We go again, as the saying goes. Let's get back to the snooker because it looks like Kieran Wilson's going to wrap this world title up. So it's currently, he needs one frame, and in this frame, he's got a lead of 47, but he's at the table with enough open reds, the ball's spread. I think that should. I think he needs two more. Might be a bit tricky with a couple of the reds, but I think two good shots here, and the title's going to be his. Don't forget to give us a share, give us a like, and click the notifications bell so you can keep up with what's coming on. Catch it live first. I'm Jimmy James, a frustrated Jimmy James, but we move on. to the guys in the chat. Don't forget, if you're watching and you want to make a comment about the football, about the snooker, what a great pot that was from Kieran Wilson. He's done it now, hasn't he? That's it. He's just given a rower. $59 ahead with 51 remaining. He's on a red. It'd be nice if he could clear it up. Now the pressure's off. Jack Jones did his best this evening, but after he needed to win that first frame, and it could have been slightly different. You never know, but as they say, if my gran had wheels, she would have been a bike. That was what the chef said when it. Gino. You can just see the relief now on Kieran Wilson's face. Well done, young man. That's your lot, and there is your winner. Your new world champion for 2024, Kieran Wilson. Well done. All the emotion now is it's all coming out. Celebrating with his family. But they're all really proud of him. His children have just arrived on the scene. So that's the Snooker World Championships finished for another. It's got a few tears there. Why not? I think you've earned them, mate. Yeah, outpouring of emotion. Who's he asking to come down now? Right. So on that note, both events have almost finished on simultaneously. We've got Manchester United getting thumped at Crystal Palace 4-0. So that's pretty much put an end to their European hopes that were slim to nil anyway. But after that performance, disgusting, really. But by the by, if you're a Crystal Palace fan and you've watched that, you've had a great evening. And anybody who doesn't support Manchester United and doesn't particularly like them, I'm thinking of Liverpool fans out there and City fans. You've had a great evening watching that absolute disgrace. So kudos to you. It's probably just rounded your bank holiday Monday off nicely, that has. We've had Kieran Wilson beating Jack Jones in the World Championship snooker final. So he's having a good day. And starting, I think is it tomorrow or is it Wednesday? I think the seniors World Championship starts with all the older players, you know, your Ken Doherty's and all them guys. So that's starting. I don't know if that's televised or not. It'd be nice if it was. Be good to see. But I'm going to call it a night now. I'm Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live first. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the comments in the chat. Don't forget to give us a share, like the feed, and click the notifications bell. Keep up to date with what we've got coming. This week, no doubt, we'll have some more football. I think we've got some horse racing coming. Rugby will be on the agenda. We've got MotoGP coming up over the weekend. So that'll be a nice change from the Formula One, the snooze fest. But although we did have a bit of a shock with Lando Norris beating Max Verstappen, still wasn't good racing though. So yeah, it's the French Grand Prix this weekend. So we'll be over at Le Mans, not in person, but we'll be there in spirit and watching on the TV. Hopefully get some good racing there. And I will say have a great night. Thanks for watching. Take care.